Welcome back to The Game is Deep, where we don't just watch basketball, we study it. Every possession, every adjustment, every story. Because the game is always deeper than the final score. Our next stop takes us to Brooklyn, where the Seattle Storm traveled east to take on the New York Liberty. Seattle entered this matchup with 6 wins and 26 losses. And unfortunately, it's been the same story all season. We all know this roster has talent, and they play with heart. But they're one of the youngest teams in this league. And that lack of experience continues to show up in the biggest moments. Every game feels like another lesson they're trying to learn. Meanwhile, New York came in with a record of 18-13 with a veteran core that knows exactly how to win games. Sabrina, Stewie, Jonquel Jones. Let's not forget, Jonquel Jones is fresh off an All-Star MVP honor. The final score says New York Liberty won 95-83. The Liberty built this win in the first half. That's exactly where they established control, and that's exactly where we're going to start. Let's go ahead and head into the film room. Let's start with New York's very first offensive possession of the game. Right away, Stewie comes up to set the screen. Watch Seattle's big. She stayed underneath that screen. Instead of hedging out and stopping that play, she ended up giving up a three. In today's WNBA, that's a losing trade. Because against shooters like New York, you have to run them off the three-point line first. Now let's keep it rolling. Seattle misses at the rim. And the moment New York secures this rebound, watch what happened. They immediately pushed the pace. Before Seattle's defense could get organized, Sabrina was rising from the wing. This has been Seattle's identity all season. No matter how many mistakes they make, they always find a way. But what they need to understand is that the challenge isn't getting back into games. It's staying out of the hole in the first place. Now here's Seattle's biggest challenge of the season. They're asking some of their young players to defend some of the smartest veterans in the world. Watch this possession again. Jonquel Jones catches it at the top of the key with Awa Pham matched up against her. Awa has all the talent in the world, but this is where experience take over. Young players often rely on their athleticism. Watch the screen, because these vets rely on a good read. And that's exactly what Sabrina did here. She kept her composure and found Stewie underneath the basket. Now the score is 11-3. And once again, New York makes Seattle pay for a defensive mistake. Sabrina attacked the paint and the defense collapsed with her. That's exactly what she wants. She doesn't force a tough layup. She makes the right read. Knock down three from the top of the key. This is where Seattle's youth shows up again. Jonquel Jones takes one dribble and she picked the ball up. Two Seattle defenders immediately start guarding Sabrina. Jones didn't hesitate. She rised up and buried a three. Now watch Jonquel Jones again at the top of the key. She takes one dribble. Her head is up the entire time. She's not looking to score. She's reading the defense. While everybody's eyes are on Sabrina, Breanna Stewart slips the screen and cuts to the basket. She beats her defender with that first explosive step. Easy layup for the New York Liberty. Here comes New York again in transition. Notice something? They don't even need to call a play. Jonquel Jones slips the screen. Now watch Seattle's big. That 1 second of confusion is all New York needs. Seriously, y'all, watch Sabrina in transition this whole possession. Her defender is attached to her hip from half court all the way down to the basket. Most players would slow down, but Sabrina never did. Give Seattle their credit. They never stopped fighting. Every time New York looked like they were about to blow this game open, Seattle answered with the run of their own. But every comeback was missing one thing: consistency. Yes, you just witnessed another transition bucket, and no, I'm not going to replay it. This is why Seattle sits at 6-26. It's not because they lack talent, and we all know they could compete. Every game they show flashes, they make runs, they fight. But basketball games aren't won with flashes. They're won with discipline, transition defense, communication, rotation, reading the game one possession at a time. Right now, Seattle is still learning those lessons. The talent is there, but the experience has to catch up. Comment down below what you think, and stay locked, y'all. The game is deep.